Peacemaker fights 50 deathstrokes that are babies in a new comic. Peacemaker tries hard. There are clones of Deathstroke. These clones of Deathstroke. So the brain is trying to get this perfect body of Deathstroke. So he has different clones of Deathstroke. He has a baby clone Deathstroke and Teen Deathstroke and the ultimate Deathstroke, which I'll save for the end of the video. But so Peacemaker is trying to find his dog, Bruce Wayne. He named his dog Bruce Wayne, yes. So as he's trying to find his dog, he runs into this room filled with 50 babies of Deathstroke. These are all clones and they're sleeping. So Peacemaker has to quietly pass these babies because he doesn't want to wake them. And Peacemaker doesn't know what quietly is, so he screams to the person that told him that and says, "What did you say?" So he ends up waking 50 babies of Deathstroke, and he has to fight them off. Obviously, DC can't show Peacemaker fighting babies, but there's a little image I'll put up right here. Apparently, the fight was it made Peacemaker not want to get rest for a whole month, and he felt like crying. So for Peacemaker to say those kind of emotions is very good character development. He also goes up against a teen Deathstroke, which is probably one of my favorite Peacemaker moments. I think it tops any moment in the Peacemaker TV show. He goes up against Teen Deathstroke, and Teen Deathstroke is obviously destroying Peacemaker. Peacemaker, once he realizes that it's actually like a Teen Deathstroke, he even like kind of admits that he's dead. He says, "I'm screwed." As Teen Deathstroke is destroying Peacemaker, he tells Peacemaker everything that he's going through. Like, brain wants him to be perfect, and he doesn't really want this. And Peacemaker talks it out with Teen Deathstroke, and it ends up with Teen Deathstroke and Peacemaker. Peacemaker tells him what happens to his dad, and a good dad wouldn't tell their kid to do something like that. And he tells Teen Deathstroke, you know what you need to do, Teen Deathstroke? You need to chase your dreams. A good dad wouldn't want you to be the perfect anything. They would want you to be yourself and what you would do. And it was just so amazing because to know all the problems that Peacemaker had with his dad and to help a clone like Teen Deathstroke was super cool to see. And he enabled Teen Deathstroke to do what he wanted to do, even though Teen Deathstroke just wanted to play video games and dance for some reason. It was cool to see. Peacemaker tries hard, issue number 5. What a good comic, man. Peacemaker's growth development. He fights 50 babies, and he also finds this version. The brain ends up creating the perfect Deathstroke body, which he calls war. Yeah, he causes a war maker. So the brain ends up creating this perfect version of Deathstroke. He gets the perfect body of Deathstroke, and he calls his name War Maker. Just kind of close to Peacemaker, but he ends up being defeated. Now, how he defeats War Maker is he basically a bee stabs the opposite eye of Warhammer, and he ends up getting his head chopped off, and the brain gets into Peacemaker's dog's mouth, and then Peacemaker tells his dog to spit out the brain, and Mala ends up taking the brain and creating Chemo, which is a monster that looks like this. So now Peacemaker has to defeat Chemo, but Peacemaker got his dog. That's basically the end of it. I thought it was cool to see Peacemaker have this moment with Teen Deathstroke, and fighting 50 Deathstrokes was kind of cool. I thought that we were going to get Deathstroke versus Peacemaker, but I think that'll be in the next issue. This is the last issue of Peacemaker Tries Hard. It's one of the best Peacemaker comics that I've read. I think this is the perfect Peacemaker comic, and this will inspire more people to read comics. So if you like Peacemaker, you have to read this comic book. It has Peacemaker jokes. Peacemaker thinks that bees vomit honey. I don't know where he got that from. He thought that bees vomit honey. And Red Bee even questions him. If you want to know more about Red Bee, look him up. He's such an interesting character. But yeah, I thought that this was going to be Deathstroke versus Peacemaker, but we got something better. Who's the writer of this comic? Hal Starks writes this beautiful mini-series of Peacemaker, and I'm so glad that I was able to read it. Such a fun read. Make sure you go pick it up at your local comic book stalls.
Careful, I got some loved ones that depend on me. Thinking about my pops, cash and clothes and make it hard to sleep. That's why at 3 a.m. I'm counting money instead of counting sheep. And I ain't stopping till I make it, I got some promises to keep.